World War II remains one of the most significant events in global history, having shaped the modern world in countless ways. Its vast scope, the involvement of over 30 countries, and the introduction of groundbreaking tactics and technologies make it a subject of endless fascination. Here are the top 10 mind-boggling facts about World War II that highlight its complexity and the sheer scale of its impact. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to our channel. Number 10. Global scale and fatalities. The global scale and fatalities of World War II are staggering, making it the deadliest conflict in human history. The war involved more than 30 countries and resulted in an estimated 70 to 85 million fatalities, which accounted for about 3% of the world's population at the time. These numbers include both military personnel and civilians, with civilian deaths often resulting from war-related disease, famine, massacres, and genocide, most notably the Holocaust. The widespread devastation affected every continent, with battles fought across Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. The sheer magnitude of loss and destruction brought about by World War II is a somber reminder of the war's profound impact on the global population and the lasting scars it left on the world. Number 9. The Holocaust. The Holocaust stands as one of the most harrowing and systematic genocides in human history, orchestrated by Nazi Germany under Adolf Hitler's regime. Aimed predominantly at the extermination of the Jewish population, the Holocaust claimed the lives of 6 million Jews, nearly 2/3 of Europe's Jewish population before the war. Beyond this unfathomable loss, the Holocaust also targeted millions of others, including Romani people, disabled individuals, homosexuals, Poles, Soviet prisoners of war, and political dissidents, whom the Nazis deemed undesirable. Implemented through a vast network of concentration camps, ghettos, and mass execution sites, the Holocaust was fueled by a pernicious blend of extreme anti-Semitism, racism, and eugenic ideology. This dark chapter in history serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of hatred and intolerance, underscoring the necessity of remembering and educating future generations to prevent such atrocities from ever happening again. Number 8. The use of atomic bombs. The use of atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 marked a pivotal and chilling milestone in human history. The first and only time nuclear weapons were used in warfare, dropped by the United States in a bid to force Japan's surrender and thus hasten the end of World War II. These bombings obliterated the two cities, causing the immediate deaths of approximately 200,000 people, with countless more suffering from injuries and the long-term effects of radiation exposure. The devastating power of the atomic bombs not only showcased the terrifying potential of nuclear weaponry, but also ushered in a new era of geopolitical strategy and arms race during the subsequent Cold War period. The moral and ethical implications of this act continue to be debated, highlighting the complex interplay between military necessity and humanitarian considerations in times of war. Number 7. Women's role. The role of women underwent a significant transformation during World War II, as they stepped into roles and occupations traditionally held by men, fundamentally altering societal norms and expectations. With millions of men deployed to the front lines, women across the Allied nations filled the workforce void, taking up positions in factories, shipyards, and offices, and contributing to the war effort as engineers, mechanics, and technicians. In the United States, the iconic image of Rosie the Riveter symbolized the newfound empowerment and capability of women in industrial jobs, challenging preconceived notions of gender roles. Moreover, women served in the military in various capacities, from nursing to administrative roles, and even as pilots in non-combat missions. This unprecedented involvement not only was crucial for the Allied victory, but also laid the groundwork for the post-war women's rights movement, leading to significant social and economic changes that would continue to evolve in the decades to follow. Number 6. Operation Barbarossa. Operation Barbarossa, launched on June 22, 1941, stands as the largest military invasion in history, where Nazi Germany turned its formidable military might against the Soviet Union, violating the non-aggression pact between the two nations. This colossal offensive stretched along a front over 1,800 miles wide, from the Baltic to the Black Sea, involving millions of Axis and Soviet troops in a conflict that would prove to be one of the most brutal and decisive of World War I. The initial rapid advance of the German forces brought them within reach of Moscow, but the harsh Russian winter, coupled with fierce Soviet resistance and strategic misjudgments by the German command, turned the tide. Number 5. Code breaking and intelligence. The role of code breaking and intelligence in World War II marked a watershed in the use of cryptanalysis and espionage in modern warfare, fundamentally altering the course of the conflict. Among the most notable achievements was the work of Allied cryptanalysts in cracking the Enigma code, a feat primarily accomplished by a team at Bletchley Park in the United Kingdom. This breakthrough allowed the Allies to intercept and decipher secret communications within the German military, providing invaluable insights into enemy plans and movements. This intelligence, known as ultra, is credited with significantly shortening the war and saving countless lives. The efforts of code breakers and intelligence officers during World War II not only demonstrated the critical importance of information warfare, but also laid the groundwork for the post-war intelligence community and the development of modern computing and cybersecurity practices. Number 4. Economic impact. The economic impact of World War II was profound and far-reaching, reshaping the global economic landscape and setting the stage for the post-war world order. The war effort required massive mobilization and allocation of resources, leading to unprecedented levels of industrial production and technological advancement. In the United States, the war catalyzed a transition from the economic turmoil of the Great Depression to full employment, significantly boosting the manufacturing sector and establishing the country as a dominant economic superpower. In Europe, the war's devastation necessitated extensive rebuilding efforts, leading to the implementation of the Marshall Plan and the eventual economic integration that would pave the way for the European Union. Meanwhile, the war's end saw the establishment of international financial institutions, such as the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, aimed at fostering global economic stability and reconstruction. Number 3. Internment camps. During World War II, the internment of Japanese Americans in the United States and Canadian citizens of Japanese descent in Canada represented a dark chapter of wartime policy, driven by fear and prejudice. Following the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, the U.S. government forcibly relocated and interned over 100,000 Japanese Americans, two-thirds of whom were U.S. citizens, in camps scattered across remote areas of the country. Similarly, in Canada, approximately 22,000 Japanese Canadians were subjected to internment and relocation. These actions were justified by the governments as necessary for national security. However, they were largely the result of racial discrimination and public hysteria, rather than any proven disloyalty or espionage by those interned. The internment camps stripped individuals of their civil liberties, properties, and dignity, leaving lasting scars on the affected communities. In the years following the war, both the United States and Canada acknowledged the injustice of these actions, offering formal apologies and reparations to survivors and their families. Number 2. The birth of the United Nations. The birth of the United Nations in 1945 was a monumental outcome of World War II, conceived as a means to prevent future conflicts and foster a new era of international cooperation. In the ashes of the war and the failure of the League of Nations to maintain peace, the United Nations was established to provide a platform for dialogue and negotiation, with the primary goal of maintaining international peace and security. The UN Charter was signed by 51 founding member states in San Francisco, embodying principles of sovereign equality, non-intervention, and collective security. The organization quickly expanded its mandate to include economic development, social progress, and human rights, becoming a central hub for diplomatic efforts and international law. The establishment of the United Nations represented a significant shift towards multilateralism and a recognition of the interconnectedness of nations, setting the foundation for the global governance structures that continue to shape international relations today. Number 1. Innovation and advancement. World War II was a catalyst for unprecedented innovation and technological advancement, profoundly influencing military tactics and the broader technological landscape. The war accelerated developments in a wide array of fields, including aviation, where the use of jet engines began to take hold, and radar technology, which became crucial for detection and navigation purposes. The conflict also spurred advances in medicine, such as the mass production of penicillin, significantly improving wound care and infection control. Perhaps most notably, the war led to the development of the first electronic computers, including the Colossus and the Harvard Mark I. That's all we have for today's video. If these 10 astonishing facts about World War II have captured your interest, don't stop here. Hit the like button to show your appreciation and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing dives into history. Together, let's keep exploring the past to understand our present and shape our future.